Divorce Day Diaries, day 277, and EB Games is closing down for good. The year was 2007. I was still in high school at the time, and I went to my first ever midnight release for Halo 3. So my brother and I got the collector's edition. We popped over at midnight, picked it up, went home, I went to bed. But when I got up at like 6 a.m. in the morning the next day, my brother was still up, still playing on the hardest difficulty. He'd gotten to like level 3. And I was like, give us a go, bro. So I jumped on COD and we ended up finishing it that entire morning. Fast forward to the 11th of the 11th, 2011. God, that's a mouthful. I was like 19 years old. I was flirting with about 6 other people. None of them were really gamers like I were. But when Skyrim came out, Elder Scrolls 5, I knew I had to get it because I'd played number 4 and number 3, and they were some of my favourite games. They were curious about what it was like, so I ended up dragging like half the flat down to EB Games in Palmerston North in the plaza just to pick up this particular copy of Skyrim. I used to visit that store quite often. That was my stomping ground, and I got quite a few of my games that are sitting in these boxes here today from that store. Particularly a lot of my collector's edition stuff, like my Doom 2016 collector's edition, my Mass Effect 3 collector's edition, my Fable 3 collector's edition, my Gears of War 3 collector's edition. A lot of 3s in there, I'm realising. And it was 2015 at that particular EB Games where I pre-ordered my Fallout 4 and got this Vault Tech lunchbox. That time my pre-divorce wife came with me as well, because she had we played like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas together, so we popped over to the midnight release. I believe I only had one child at that point. Dragged him along with us, came home and played for a couple of hours and went to bed. All this to say that I still used EB Games to buy second-hand games. Effectively, that's actually where I got a lot of my son's games on Christmas and for his birthday. So when they were closing, I knew how I had to get in there. So I knew it wouldn't be worth going in there at 1 p.m. when it was opening because, like, I just can't be bothered waiting in lines. And, like, my brother ended up going in Wanganui. He sent me this picture. Another person I know went to the one in Riccarton and sent me this picture. So it was just absolutely slammed everywhere. So I thought I would try going, like, late at night where I figured it would be more quiet. As you can see, I tried popping into the one at the Palms and it had closed at 6 p.m. And I was like, oh, that's strange. It's late night on Thursday. So I then thought I'd pop over to the one in the Riccarton Mall and again, staff shortage, it had closed by 6 p.m. So at this point, I'm travelling all the way across Christchurch because I then popped all the way down to Hornby, popped into their EB Games, and once again, they closed at 6 p.m. Thing is, I'm not even looking for like new consoles or games or anything. I have all the consoles I want. I have more games than I have enough time to play. I just want some of their junky merch stuff, like the water bottles and the posters and the t-shirts. There's the stuff that my kids really like. I want to get them something. It's Friday now. I tried looking on the website, but it's all click and collect and I just can't be bothered. So maybe I'll just like whip down after work, or maybe I'll go on the weekend. See what we can find. And I know I just mentioned the other day that I don't have a lot of money to throw around at the moment, but like, turns out I budgeted like a whole week wrong. I don't need to stress as much. I could probably do a whole video on how I do my budget actually, because I get paid monthly and I have like weekly transfers and I have like 8 different bank accounts, all for different purposes. It's a whole thing. But it's now Saturday morning. I'm grabbing my iced latte and then we're popping over to the Westfield Riccarton. And as you can see, I sent my kids off to the playground because we got here before 9 a.m. The EB Games was closed and there was already a line. Now, I'm assuming this is people like me who didn't have time to go throughout the week. When I looked at the average, like the demographic of the people there, it was like people older than me and people with kids, so, you know. And looking around, yeah, you know, all the good stuff pretty much had gone, but it was fine. We found some pieces of treasure anyway. Casper got this plushy Minecraft pickaxe that he really likes. I got another fake houseplant, need more of those, this time in a Pokemon Chikorita green pot. I got a t-shirt, some socks, a Doom bowl, because why not? My youngest daughter got a Rainbow Friends set. They had like some mystery figures, and my older kids got some water bottles that they really liked. $200 later, I have a whole bunch of new stuff I didn't know I needed. That was a bit of fun. It was a bit sad to see EB Games go, but like realistically, I barely used it anymore. Like I buy most of my games online. But I'm actually not going to unpack some of the stuff because I just kind of realised that I'm still getting new carpet and I'm going to need to move a whole bunch of this furniture and stuff around anyway, which is just, it's going to be a bit of a task, but that's a problem for next week, and I'll catch you there on the flip side.